Well, good evening, Northern Michigan. Welcome to Week 7 of Hometown Highlights. I'd like to thank our special guest this evening, the Forest Area Warrior Marching Band. And my, oh my, do they have a story to tell about their program. We'll speak to them a little later in the show about that. Stay with us. But we've got the raw meat of the show. That's the highlights, which is 3 weeks remaining. The Lake Michigan Conference appears to be a 3-team race. Grayling and Boyne City are both undefeated at 6-0 on the year, and Kalkaska's only loss on the year was to Boyne City. Now, a win tonight over Grayling and the Blue Blazers could be pushed into a prime position to earn themselves at least a share of that league title. So let's go to Kalkaska, where I'm going to go ahead and submit a video hotshot tonight. I don't know if Mark Watkins will approve, but I thought that was quite a sunset I saw in Kalkaska. I also thought this was pretty scary. Scott Parkinson's almost taking me out here. He makes a nice catch for Grayling, and just goes to show us camera guys, we work hard, camera girls as well, work hard on the sidelines. Ty Jensen works hard as well. He gets this score for 6 for Grayling, puts them up right away on the road, and later on in the first quarter, Jake Swander to Scout Tobin, making it look easy. That Viking offense is a rolling 12-0 Vikings at this point. Kalkaska, though, not just some cute cuddly teddy bears. Their offense is a Blue Blazer explosion waiting to happen. Zach Hill unfortunately tripped up by Nick Swears there, and then Kevin Harris makes the stop. Otherwise, Hill might have busted open 2 huge touchdown runs there. Will Noble, then, the quarterback for the Blazers, tries to get something going, but Brandon Handrick brings him down in the backfield. Grayling, they're 6-0. They're now 7-0 with a 33-6 win. They got a big matchup down the road, though, with Boyne City. That one's coming up in just 2 weeks. Let's head over to Ann.
We move now to 2 5-1 teams out of the Highland Conference. Everett visiting Lake City. Pick it up in the second quarter. Everett quarterback Jacob Fortune throwing a first down catch to number 12, Jacob Hopkins. The Wildcats would continue to push down the field, and within a couple minutes, gain another first down. Austin Grind gets tackled by Lake City's Hayden Francisco just past the 25-yard line. Wildcats would get the touchdown here as number 11 running back John Danley forces his way through. We'll have 30 seconds left in the half, and the Trojans would try and answer right back. Quarterback Drew Marion throws to number 20, Kevin Kunkel, who grabs it out of the air right in front of Everett's Jared Petty. He escapes the tackle from Jamin Drake and eventually takes a few players to bring him down by the 25-yard line. Trojans wouldn't be able to score again in the first half, but would go on to win the game 32-21. Let's move over to the Big North Conference, where Traverse City West looks to rebound after last week's loss to the crosstown rival Trojans. Tonight, traveling up north to visit Petoskey. Northland also looking for wins to make the playoffs. Petoskey's lined up at the goal line, and Kagan Shoneth will dive right in for the score. Next play here, Petoskey will go for 2. Quinn Emile avoids the sack and gets Patrick Antonitis in the end zone to tie this game at 17. But TC West will try and answer. Aaron Tarzan gets the snap and takes it for himself for the big first down. Later, you'll see Jordan Carter gets the handoff and pushes his way into the end zone for the go-ahead score. We'll get a last effort here by Petoskey when Emile drops back with a desperation throw, but it's picked off by Tyler Johnson to end this close game. TC West wins this one 24-17.
Nice win by the Titans on the road. We go now to Traverse City, where the St. Francis Gladiators hosted #1 ranked Division 7 Saginaw Nouvelle, and it was Breast Cancer Awareness Night at Thurlby Field. Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Well, a lot of pink around Thurlby as well. Very special night. And the defense, very special as well, bringing down Nouvelle's quarterback, Garrett Graham. Later on, Graham trying to make something happen in the fourth. It's a 7-7 game at this point, a few minutes left, and Adam Armour is the Glad that comes up with a pick, a huge pick that would turn into 6, a 45-yard return. Glads would miss the extra point, but bottom line, they go up 13-7. Nouvelle trying to come back on the shoulders of Graham, and Graham's going to go ahead and avoid the shoulders and go straight to the legs. Look at him juking and jiving in and out of defenders' ways, and he's in for the touchdown, or is he? Flag on the field. This one's coming back. And several flags actually would put them at 2nd down and 47 at one point. That's never a good thing to have with a minute left in the game when you got to score 6. They can't convert. Glads hang on for the big win and keep their postseason hopes alive. They kind of need to win a lot down the stretch here. 13-7, your final at Thurlby. Nice little royal anthem to keep us going at a late night Friday night here. Well, it's Hometown Highlights Week 7, and Forest Area is our marching band of the week. We're glad to have them in studio. Stick around. We'll talk with them in just a bit. But one of their foes in the Ski Valley Conference, the Mansell Ironmen, well, they're having a dominant season. Well, not just this year, but last year as well. And let's go ahead and tack on the year before that as well. You'd have to go back to August 27th of 2010 when they suffered their last regular season loss to Elk Rapids. So to say the Ironmen are pretty good in September and October, and that late part of August is probably an understatement. Here they are on the road tonight, though, traveling to Gaylord St. Mary's. We've featured these guys before, the two-headed tandem of the Mansell running game. Trevor Ackler here gets a handoff and runs it through the defense for a score. A couple drives later, and it's Wyatt Durr, the other half of that combo that pretty much gets featured weekly here on Hometown Highlights. This one's a huge 50-yard run. Mansell up 14-0 at that point, and then Durr again will get the handoff, and he makes it look easy, as he always seems to do. Mansell now 7-0, doing very well, and they just keep rolling. 57-12, your final at Gaylord St. Mary.
Northwest Conference, Glen Lake appears to have things under control, currently undefeated at 6-0, but the door could be left open for another team with a loss to rival Frankfort. The Panthers are fighting for wins to make the playoffs. Tonight they were hoping to harness their superpowers to crush the Lakers. Let's see if they can do it. Coming up here in the third, Frankfort backed up at their own goal line, and David Loney gets sacked for the safety. Then we go, Lakers are up 8-0 at this point. Later, Glen Lake pushing Carter Lee on 2nd and 23, keeps it up and scrambles upfield for the first down. A few plays later, Lee gets the keeper again and takes it from the 8-yard line. The Lakers are up 15-0 at this point. Frankfort will not give up, though. Loney connects here in a few minutes with Nolan Nye for a nice 25-yard gain. Pretty big play there, and that sets up a 14-yard pass to Connor Bradley deep in the end zone, and he holds on. That's a Calvin Johnson catch if I've seen one.
It's like the Avengers are out there.
It is. That cuts the lead to 9, but the 2-point conversion fails. Glen Lake wins this big rivalry game, 15-12. They're now 7-0 on the season. Big one against TC St. Francis next week. We head now to Kingsley, the home of the Stags.
One of the best mascots.
Start of the fourth quarter, and Benzie Central trying to add points to the board. Number 21, Javier Rodriguez, makes a nice catch and leaping over one Kingsley player to be pushed out of bounds by Jared Lewick. You'll see the same team again. Quarterback Corey Bach throws to Javi again, who runs for the first down before being tackled by Kingsley's Lewick once again. 4 minutes left in the game here, and unfortunately Bach throws the ball aimed at Tyre Newell, but it falls instead into the hands of Kingsley's Derek Arlt, who runs this one back for the pick 6. Big interception there. Kingsley answers last week's loss with a big win, and we mean big, 73-12.
I'm joined now by one of those band members, Matt. He's a junior. It's part of the band. And if you hadn't heard on 7 and 4 News, we had it earlier in the week, the Forest Area band program was actually cut. It was not a part of the school system last year. So tell me, as a member of this band for several years now, Matt, what was it like to go your freshman year being in band to not having it at all sophomore year?
Well, freshman year, I had a band, and it was during the school time, and everything was just great. And then the board meeting happened, and the band was cut. So we didn't know what to do, really. So Mr. Dykey stepped up. He was a volunteer basis. Everything just kind of clicked, and we were doing before school times, actually. So we all got up really, really early.
Well, and tell me now, so now it's back. It was just brought back last Thursday real quick in about 10, 15 seconds. Tell me how great it is to have the band back now on the field now in this junior season after a year off.
It's amazing. I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome season.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Forest Area did lose tonight, but I think the big win this week for the program and the school in general is to having this band and these guys back on the field. We're going to have them play for you one more time. Once again, here they are, the Forest Area Warrior Marching Band.